Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Royal Loyal Podcast, where today we're going to be digging into some Jurassic World Dominion. We're going to touch lightly on the Batman sequel that has been announced, and of course, Moon Knight, Episode 5. So we're going to be digging into today. When I say we, I'm talking about me and the homie, Joe Santos.
Hey.
What's going on, man?
Nothing much.
All right, Joe. A while ago, a trailer for Jurassic World Dominion came out.
Yep.
That was like maybe 2 months ago or something like that.
Yeah, it was a hot minute.
Yeah. So it's been a while. The trailer was fucking dope. Jurassic World Dominion is PG-13. It's the third sequel in the franchise, I think, of Jurassic
3.
World. Yeah. And it's going to come out June 10th at a hefty 2 hours and 26 minutes.
2.5 wow. I hadn't
dinosaur
runtime.
chewing fun.
Okay.
And if they bring back the old school folks, which is dope.
Yeah, everybody, pretty much. Except for the old guy who's probably dead.
Isn't he? Isn't he though? Oh, he didn't die in the he died?
No, I mean the actor.
Oh,
he was pretty old when the movie came out.
We talking about real life dead.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, probably.
Okay, so tickets went on sale Thursday, April 28th. I got my tickets. Did you get the tickets?
We haven't gotten our tickets yet.
Right.
No.
I got my tickets for the 9th. And so this one takes place 4 years after the end of the last Jurassic
Everyone's
World.
kind of settled into things a little bit.
They did the whole, what'd you call that? The whole Avengers thing. 5 years later. It took 4 years later, and now I don't know what's going on. I got this graphic of the lion, the roaring, and then the T-Rex is roaring at the lion.
Blue has a cute baby.
Oh, you got babies?
Yeah, it's in the trailer. Blue has a little.
Oh yeah.
Blue has a little baby raptor.
Yeah, that's part of the.
It's part of the plot. It looks like somebody steals the baby, and
it's like we got.
Chris Pratt's like, "Oh no, you didn't." And you have the
was he riding one?
Huh?
When did he ride? He's riding one of the dinosaurs, right? Like riding on the back of it. Was he riding on the back?
I don't think so. He rides a motorcycle a bunch.
Oh right, I guess he's riding a motorcycle with dinosaurs.
Yeah, with the raptors.
The horses
next
are
to him.
riding next to the dinosaurs running, which is that shot was dope too.
There was one that it was so funny watching it. I don't know where they shot it at, but it's like an old town, like brick and mortar kind of alley. Mm-hmm. And Chris Pratt's riding his motorcycle down, and the raptor's like just above him on a different plane, like chasing him
on a rooftop.
And then it kind of jumps down, and he like swerves and whatever.
All right.
But it looked literally shot for shot like a scene from I can't remember which James Bond. But one of the newer James Bond movies. He's literally doing the exact same. I think they're in like Spain, and he's riding down like this old alleyway, and then somebody's riding a motorcycle just above him, and then like jumps down. Yeah, they did the same thing in Gemini Man.
I was about to say Gemini. I thought that's what you
I saw it. I was like,
remember that
that's
Gemini
literally
Man.
that, but with a raptor.
They're like,
you literally stole that shot.
Let's take from the greats. Let's take from some of the greats.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
James Bond with a raptor. What's the other thing? Oh, the people coming back. Are you hype about that? Jeff Goldblum and I can't think of all the people's names right now.
I do not know their names,
the
but
OG
I am excited to have them back.
Group, yeah, me too.
And it looks like it. From what I can tell from the trailer, it looks like they're not going to be just like cameos, pop in and be like, "Hey, remember me?"
Yeah,
and then
like
offer advice and then piss off. But like, it looks like they're going to be integral to the plot, and they're going to be like main characters of the story, which is going to be awesome.
Because I can't recall what Jeff Goldblum was doing. I don't remember seeing him too much in there. I remember him
in the last one.
Yeah, I remember
he kind of testifies in court because they're wondering the ethics of opening another park, and he's just like, "Look, man, we tried this once and it went bad. If you think you're going to be different this time, you're wrong."
Yeah. Did you remember seeing him in this new one too much?
I think he's in like two or
I haven't seen that trailer.
2 or 3 clips.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it definitely.
I know he's in that one. The scene where you see all of them together, and the raptor, he's like, "Why do you keep going? Why do they gotta keep going bigger or something like that?" Mm-hmm. One of the characters said that. It might not have been Jeff Goldblum, but yeah. And then there's new characters that are in it. I don't know Bryce Dallas Howard and Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt. Right?
Chris Pratt. Yeah.
All right, I'm like, am I getting my Chris's wrong?
No, you're right.
Am I Chris in my wires? But
Chris in my wires.
I don't know. I don't know if they have like kids or if what their state of their relationship is. I don't know if you.
I think they had a kid. Is what it looked like.
I know the little girl from the other one was in it. The one that was like in the bed and then had the little.
Yeah, that's right.
Coming. I don't know who kid she is. I forget.
There was a whole plot of like she was somebody's like
a clone or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
it was. The guy who originally opened the first Jurassic Park. It was
about
like
that clone shit.
his clone of a daughter, like something like it's, and like they're technically sisters, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think they're technically sisters, but she was cloned. It was a whole can of. I remember reading like, this is a Jurassic Park movie. What are we doing, man?
We
don't need this.
Yeah, we do not need it. Yeah. I mean, the cloning technology with the dinosaurs. I mean, we gotta want to start sewing that into humans, and
yeah. Now
it was
more people.
Yeah, I guess it made it like a sci-fi-ish, lean more into sci-fi instead of kind of could be realistic.
Yeah,
maybe type of. But still sci-fi, I guess. Still, anyway, maybe is it sci-fi still?
Yeah, technically kind of sci-fi. You're bringing dinosaurs back to life.
You don't think they can bring dinosaurs back? They can't do it, and they clone goats, right?
So we can. So yes, but so far what we can't do yet is grow something artificially. So you can clone a goat, but you still need a goat to put it in.
I see what you're saying.
To like be pregnant, gestate, and then like give birth. Like I don't think we've quite figured out how to do that yet.
And put it in the machine and to watch it grow.
Yeah, we haven't done that yet. We haven't quite figured that one out.
We get the Rick and Morty in yet?
No.
Rick and Morty?
No Pickle Ricks yet.
Pickle on my That's just the best. But yeah, so Jurassic World Dominion coming out June 10th. I'm seeing it June 9th. I hope y'all seeing it June 9th as well, or sometime.
We just got to figure it out because our everybody's going back to work, and it's like everything's getting busy all at once. So we're
it's June. We got a while.
It's true.
We got a while. The tickets went on sale super early. I'm like, why y'all throw them tickets out there like that?
You think you're a Marvel movie?
Huh? Oh yeah. I mean that's another thing. It's not a comic book movie, but I just wanted to bring it up because I'm excited to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Hi.
Nate's choking.
For this next bit, I'll demonstrate how to do the Heimlich maneuver.
My LaCroix went down the wrong tube.
Remember, you got to work in a J motion. In a J motion.
That's not fun. All
right. he's crying.
Now I was order.
He's so passionate about Jurassic Park.
I got too excited about Jurassic Park. I'm gonna get even more excited about this next thing we're gonna talk about, which is the Batman sequel has been announced.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get enough of Batman. You can't give me too much Batman. Hold on. Can you give me too much Batman? I don't think you give me too much Batman.
Well, I thought this was gonna be too much Batman, and then I saw it and I was like, okay. You got me. It's good.
They gave me 3 hours, and people was like, 3 hours though of Twilight Boy and Batman. I was like, man, give me all slices of it. I want all of it.
That's my thing. I'm open for an infinite amount of good Batman. That's the key.
Well, yeah, there you go.
I was like, another freaking Batman movie, and it's disconnected from like DC EU, and I was like, great.
You don't like that?
To
me, it was like picking up another comic book.
I am totally fine with it being disconnected. Like, after I've seen it, I just mean like logistically, you're like, oh god, like you've just created another universe. How is all this gonna tie? Like, it's a whole, like I think it's tough. After seeing this one, I loved it, and I wouldn't want it to change. Would I maybe have preferred a Ben Affleck solo Batman movie? Maybe, just because like it's not another Batman, and we don't have to do the whole rigmarole. We've already seen his Batman. We know who he is. We can just get to the action.
I think like the average moviegoer feels like the same, like because a lot of people, like, especially out here in like New York and California and stuff like that, and we know. We like might read the trades or we keep up on that information. We're like, oh, so for us, that disconnect is easier. If I'm just an average moviegoer and I'm just watching, I watch my sports and I go home.
It would happen to Ben Affleck. I thought he was Batman.
Yeah, like, and then like, why y'all flip flopping around and like, and then they like, all right, so is this Joker movie that's coming out gonna be, it's gonna have Batman in it too, and then like, who's playing? Like, I think maybe DC is trying to get people adjusted to. This is what we're gonna do. It's gonna be different, like iterations of these characters and stuff. I don't know. Well, there was word that they were gonna do another Joker movie, but it wasn't gonna have the same actor in it, and it's gonna be a different type of Joker. And I'm like, what the hell?
Well, I mean,
but if you're trying to get audiences used to that, like you better have some type of press release or put some ads out or something like that.
I guess that's not horrible. I think comic fans would love that because they're technically
comic fans will.
Yeah, there's technically Isn't there like canonically like 3 Jokers at the moment?
Yeah, well, there is a series called, like, I think it's called, like, well, no, it probably ain't called 3 Jokers, but yeah, there's one on run where there are 3 Jokers.
What is that?
Yeah.
What is that freaking chair called? Is it Mobius? Mobius chair?
What, the guy that has all the answers and shit?
Yeah, because Batman sits on the chair at some point in the comics, and he's like, there are 3 Jokers, and everyone's like, what did you just say? And like, because I, for research,
Yes.
I just watched Justice League Dark Apocalypse.
Okay, all right.
And yeah, Batman
That's my shit right
gets
there.
gets sat down on that chair by Darkseid,
Mm.
basically like as his...
He don't say it on that, dude.
No,
Oh,
just
I was about to
as
say,
his
no, the
crony,
comic
he's
book.
sitting on the Mobius chair working for Darkseid, so it was like
Yeah.
it's cool to see it used in that way.
So they go, well, that's another thing. I don't know what DC's got going on as far as, like, if they're comic book type fans that are running things creatively as well. and
Probably
stuff
not.
like that. Yeah.
That's the main...
Then you can be like, 3 Jokers, yeah, let's do that story. But
Yeah, that's the difference. Is like Marvel has Kevin Feige running it, and he's like, I love this stuff,
yeah,
and like he's as excited as like the writers are, hopefully, to bring these things to film. Whereas DC, it's business.
and he found some formula to satisfy the media, like to fit the middle to where he's satisfying the comic book fans and the general audiences.
Yeah,
Which is cool. You know, because how he makes each film could stand alone, or each trilogy, or each of the franchises could stand alone.
yeah.
I wanted to, because I don't know anyone that has only seen Doctor Strange, and that's the only Marvel movie they saw, or they haven't seen many. And then, like, I wonder how it is going from Doctor Strange to Doctor Strange 2. So I'm gonna rewatch Doctor Strange and just watch. Yeah, that's what happened. Just watch Doctor Strange and be like, all right, let me just soak in this information, and then I'm gonna go watch, Multiverse, and I'm like, if I didn't know everything else I knew, how would because I want to be able to have that conversation too.
Yeah, and I mean they
It's
they
a
do what they
whiplash.
can to like. They just have to pick which side they're gonna cater to
Yeah,
more, and I think
eventually,
they definitely, as of late, have been tipping to the dedicated watcher side.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure in Doctor Strange is gonna be like, you messed up the multiverse. I don't care what that little kid did. You messed up the multiverse,
little
and
kid?
that's all the explanation you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Of like all these heroes are gone. Good call with Thanos, but like that kid jacked up the universe, and you need to deal with this Wanda chick. And like they're not gonna like go into detail. They're just gonna be like, hey, if you haven't seen it, buckle up. You're gonna be confused.
I'm still wondering, and I think I asked you and Mariah, do y'all think there's no way that they're not talking about No Way Home? That they're not talking about what he did? Like his mess up had anything to do with Peter. His mess up had something to do with what we're going to see. You think it has to do with No Way Home? Because I was thinking it might not be anything to do with No Way Home, like him and Peter. Because they didn't say nothing. But
I think it will.
I think it will.
I think it will. It'd be kind of hard to ignore that. I mean, there is the whole thing of like he forgot who Spider-Man was, but I think he still remembered that there was some cross-dimensional silliness, and there were 3 Spider-Man running around at some point.
Okay.
So I think he just doesn't know who Spider-Man is, but knows that there were 3 of them.
They left it with a hell of a question, man. That's why you just want to know what.
So excited, man. I need my answers.
What are you going to do, Doctor Strange? Because if it is about the Peter thing, like he doesn't know who Spider-Man is, like, is he going to be like, well, what did I do? Why was I doing this again?
Yeah, what was the big deal? Why is there a tree down here?
Well, we don't went into fucking Doctor Strange. We talking about Batman sequel. All right. So, from Variety, let me read this excerpt from Variety. It says, Warner Brothers reveals its plans for another Cape Crusader story during its Tuesday evening presentation at CinemaCon, which is the annual trade show for the theater owners. I'd like to go there one day. So the Batman director Matt Reeves was on hand to announce the news that he will write and direct the follow-up, but he did not provide any details about the movie. Of course he didn't. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's too early anyway.
Yeah.
But, so the Batman gritty 3-hour superhero adventure debuted on big screen March, kicking off with $134 million domestically. Those ticket sales still rank as the biggest opening weekend of 2022, as well as the only second pandemic era movie to cross the $100 million mark in a single weekend following Spider-Man No Way Home, with $759 million to date at the global box office. The Batman currently the highest grossing movie of the year. Nicest. So that's what's up. I mean, I don't know if that's as of today, right now, when y'all watching this, but 759 million is not nothing to sneeze at. I know people be like, well, it ain't make $1 billion, but goddamn, it's 759 million, man. Ain't that enough? Oh, that's enough to get a sequel.
So I can't remember what the exact numbers are, but like humans are really bad at understanding big numbers, and it was like if like 1 million seconds is like a couple of days, and 1 billion seconds is like
a million, yeah, a couple of days.
A billion, so like a billion seconds is like something on the order of like many years. Let me look it up.
I was about to say, we can look, okay. So while Joe looks that up,
how long is 1 billion seconds?
I just wanted to let y'all know that he was telling y'all the Heimlich maneuver the wrong way. If someone's choking, you don't pull in and up. You shake them vigorously. And,
you're moving a J.
It's not a. You move in a O. You shake them about. Did it tell you? 759 million.
What is 1 billion seconds in years?
I'm gonna mute his microphone. But in years, goddamn.
31 years.
Is it a billion seconds?
Yeah, so like 1 million seconds
is
a couple of days, and like 1 billion seconds is 31. So like that discrepancy.
That's 31 years.
31 years.
I thought it was weeks. I was like weeks.
Exactly, and that's why like humans are bad at understanding big numbers. So when you're talking like $700 million, like, dang, like that's enough to live off of forever. Yeah, and
their budget would be like what? Like, damn, what was it? Oh, I ain't gonna look that up, but I know it wasn't 700 million. It wasn't the budget, so yeah. Well, and with that, since Matt Reeves, didn't give us any information. There's, of course, some theories going out there. There's some people, I don't want to say theories. There's some people that want to see certain things in these movies. I know what I want to see in this movie. I would like to see the Court of Owls as a background player that leads into the third movie being strictly on them. And the primary villain, someone else. I haven't even thought about who I want the primary villain to be. Have you had any thoughts? You got any theories or heard from the grapevine or Reddits?
I haven't been looking up many theories.
Any wishes?
What I would wish is like you could start it by having Penguin, who is now like risen to power,
right,
and is now the mob boss we know of.
Yes,
monocle and all. I want him. I want the beginning of the movie to be Batman busting him. But the first action scene before they get to Penguin is him fighting Victor Zsasz. Because if you want to
just Victor Zsasz,
I mean,
or his gang.
I think
Victor
take
Zsasz
out a couple of dudes, take out a couple of cronies.
Yeah.
Victor Zsasz is there, whoop his ass. Then capture Penguin. That's your first half an hour of the movie. Well, maybe not first half an hour. That's first 15, 20 minutes. That's your warm up.
Right.
And then, have maybe some anonymous person let Joker out of the cage for some reason.
All right.
And have him running around. But I really...
Are we digging the Joker?
I'd be down to digging it. Because I agree that I think Court of Owls could work really, really well. Because this is so the first one was so conspiratorial. Have everything kind of be under the surface. Things are moving without being seen.
Yeah.
But I really want Victor Zsasz in this universe because this is so down and dirty that you could do some really cool stuff with Zsasz.
When I think about him, I think about him being a serial killer though.
Oh yeah.
So not really a gang or anything, just a serial killer. But was he ever a killer for hire? I guess he would.
He was never really a killer for hire. Yeah, he's more of just a serial killer. But they kind of. It could have eased us into it with the Harley Quinn movie where he works for Black Mask.
Yeah, he's working for him.
Yeah,
but
I want
however you write him.
Love to see more Joker. Want to see more Penguin because he's gonna get his own series.
What I thought you? Who? Oh, Penguin. Yeah.
Penguin's gonna get his own HBO series.
I swore you was gonna say Bane
because of the Venom thing. So I did watch something and
Would that be those?
The nerd in me died a little bit.
Oh, what happened?
Somebody was like, I heard that a bunch of people think this is Venom just because it's green.
Oh.
And they're like,
who said this though?
oh, it's just some random guy on TikTok.
Oh, it wasn't the filmmaker?
No. It was just some guy on TikTok. But he's like,
okay.
But I looked it up. He goes, I went to the thing. I like zoomed in on the actual like thing.
What the hell?
And it's just adrenaline. Like it literally, I can't remember what the chemical name of it is. It's like, it's not norepinephrine. It's something like that. But it literally just says the chemical name of it. And it's just adrenaline.
But why was it green, Joe? Why was it green?
Because I want it to be Venom, man. I don't think it's gonna be Venom, and I think with what they're trying to set up, you don't. It's kind of like The Dark Knight Rises. Like in the realistic world that Nolan set up, you don't get to have Bane. Like you don't get tubes of green liquid and big giant oversized man muscles. You don't get that. Like unfortunately, you got to make some concessions. Like we do get to see a cool penguin. You just don't get Bane.
I would have loved to see Zack Snyder's Bane.
Oh.
It would have looked like Doomsday.
That would have been bonkers.
But I ain't like the Doomsday. Well, he slow rolled into what Doomsday looked like. Guys that like kept getting things that would grow to like just give us a shit. Like I hated when they did that with the Thing.
Oh, with Doomsday.
Well, no, I mean the Thing and all the Fantastic Four movies. Why can't you just give this man his eyebrows? That's all he needs to look like the Thing in the comic book was those. You know how he just got the
brow, yeah,
that's all you need. They would
ridge.
just take his eyebrows away and just like
it just made him look like a normal person,
Muppet or something. Yeah, and I'm like, look, just give him the. That's all I wanted. It'd have been.
That's what I didn't like about Doomsday.
I think that would have changed the movie.
Batman v Superman. Like he showed up and he was just kind of like gray, muscle
like
man, and then he got his like spikes as he got more like radiation. It was
can we get there quicker?
Just spike him.
Just get there. You gonna give us dark side? He's without a helmet, and he's gonna look like some old man standing in the clouds.
And then he's just some guy.
But quarter vowels in the backdrop. Like I like what you said something about. I forget the word you.
Conspiratorial.
Yes, that.
Yeah.
So whatever villain he's working with, shit's happening in the background, maybe to fuck stuff up, or like you said, like let's just say in the movie somehow, or in the movie somewhere, like Joker got let out. Maybe a person that he was pursuing might have got away, or like he had was getting a clue, track somebody down. They like cyanide themselves or something. And he's like, "What the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
why are people killing themselves? And who's fucking my operation?" He catches the guy at the end, but then you see like it leads into this bigger
thing,
I can totally see like, and then number 3,
like exactly what you're saying. Like he's tracking down a lead, finds the guy dead.
Yeah.
And then he's tracking down a lead for Joker, possibly. Gets Joker at the end. Punches the shit out of him. Yeah. And he's like you killed this guy, you killed this guy, and you killed this guy. And he's like, oh, I didn't kill that guy. You didn't kill that guy? No, I didn't kill that guy. Trust me. I'd own up to it. And he's like, then who the fuck killed that guy? And then like cut to a dark room.
Got Talon in there.
Has become more of a nuisance, and then just reveal the masks.
Yeah,
and a bunch of guys in suits.
Yes. And then number 3 would be all about that.
All about the Court of Owls, like, whoops. Yeah, and then the last, like, 20 minutes of that is him, like, going through where, like, wait, I thought Joker was behind that, but he didn't do that at all. Like, he was over doing this thing.
You get that reveal.
So, I have 3 things unaccounted for. Like, who was pulling all of these strings?
And then Alfred comes in there with some slip of paper, and he's like, yeah, I found out this. This is what I found out.
Yeah. Like, I'd love to see.
The music comes.
I'd love to see Alfred kick some ass in this next movie.
I would like that too.
Because there's a whole. I'm sure you've seen it. There's like some comic panels where people learn that like Batman has been seen at Wayne Manor, and so they break in, and they're like, "Back off, old man! Like get the heck out of here!" And he goes, "Oh, you may have heard that Batman has a rule against killing." And then he's like loading 2 slugs into a shotgun. He clicks it into place and he goes, "I don't have any misgivings about that." And he like just points at him and they're like, "Oh my god!" And then he just wrecks these dudes.
Yes.
Like
was that in the Court of Owls comic? Or
no, I think it was some
animated movie.
I don't think it was.
I remember they were breaking in there. He's like shotgunning somebody, like he had a shotgun.
I'm not sure.
But that's what's up. I like that.
He's just like, yeah, my Batman doesn't like to kill. I don't give a shit. I will blow 2 holes in you.
Trust. Should. He ain't from these streets, man. He ain't from these streets. Ain't he like a Marine?
Yeah, he's like
MI6 or something like that?
Like some sort of British special agent. he will jack you up. Especially because he taught Batman everything he knows.
Yeah, in this universe. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he taught him how to fight.
And he that actor,
monster.
He's fit.
Yeah.
That boy, yeah, looking as grimy as he want to look, got the voice and everything down, and he look like he damn sure look like he can scrap. So.
Oh yeah, he looked like he.
I've seen him knock some fools out. He took a bomb to the face.
That throw was kind of. The throw was a little like weak. He's like, like I mean, I don't blame him. He's like, God, no.
Well, Batman took one straight to the face. I guess Alfred told him that, so it made sense.
True.
He's like right here. Boom. Nope.
He's like, I need to know, bah. You think he was bluffing? You think that bomb was not going to go off?
I guess. I wish they'd have put the cape up or something, but I don't know. That was the only. No, that was one of the only other things that took me out of it. I'm like, hold on, what?
Yeah, why are you just standing there, man? The bomb's going off. Run. Did give me one of my favorite scenes though. He's just locked up. It's like shoulder to shoulder cops. One of them tries to grab, moves it, punches him. Now I've got you on assaulting an officer. Another guy grabs his mask. He punches him and. The tactics of this Batman, so good. Like, he's not always good, probably because he's stressed out. But like in that particular one, punches the dude the second time, and then he goes back to the cage, and he's just like, "I am back to a wall. It's the best place to fight from if you're surrounded. Like nobody can get behind you." He's like, "I'm gonna take out everybody in this room right now."
Yes, real fast. So good. Well, no, he wouldn't have made it, but
no, he'd have. That Batman's not getting out
well,
of that room.
If he ain't shooting nobody.
Yeah, I don't think that Batman's getting out of that room, but he had the gumption. He's trying.
If he was a shooter, I think he could have made it.
Yeah.
It's like how Punisher, like he'd have got somebody and Matt. He's been using bodies as as protection. But that's a whole other thing. Batman versus Punisher. You ever read that? I recently read that.
I heard it happen, but I haven't read it.
Who got some good hits? They both got some good hits in. It was a quick fight between the two of them, though. It was more so on him hunting down Punisher because Punisher was hunting down somebody else in Gotham.
Oh, okay.
So it's like that stay out of my town type thing, and he was,
You're in my jurisdiction.
Yeah. Spider-Man versus Batman. You ever read that? I have Spider-Man versus Batman, Spider-Man versus Batman, and then Batman and Spider-Man. I have.
Have you ever read that either? But they did it in
Because two of them.
What is that?
Batman, Spider-Man.
That like that YouTube web series like Epic Battles.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did that. And I think they said Spider-Man wins. Like Batman's good, but like super strength and a spider sense plus the webs, like you're done.
Yeah, I don't. Like, I'm not gonna contest that. I had that debate with my homie back in the day, and I was like, it wasn't a debate. I was just like, well, yeah, Spider-Man would win, man. Like, what you want me to admit? It's like, I don't.
Look, man.
Know what to say. Like,
at the end of the day, Spider-Man's gonna win that
unless
fight.
Batman has some prep time. There's only but so much dodging you can do.
That's the thing. Spider-Man does dodge, and he's got the spider sense, so like you can't counteract that.
I mean, he's been caught before, but that's another thing about Spider-Man. I know we veering off a little bit, but the thing about Spider-Man with me is the Spider-Man had like Batman's mentality and drive. Like we saw with the the Black Spider when he got the Venom first on him, he had the black. Mm-hmm. That Spider-Man is fucking everybody up. Oh, he ain't got time to be joking. Everybody's
grinding. There was Sandman's face against a moving train.
There was no playing around. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because that's what gets him. You know, he's more just like loose and he doesn't want to hurt nobody really. But he's like, I gotta take you down. He's not fully punching people because if he fully punches somebody like a regular human, yeah. So, but the black Spider wasn't playing around. I was like, I like this Spider-Man. Or that comic came out and stuff like that because I'm old. But I was like, this is what we need to be like all the time. They're like, that's not Spider-Man though. I'm like, that's my Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's a kid.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's just a boy.
But if you're serious and coming at Batman like that, like the Venom Spider, or not Venom, but like the black Spider-Man costume, the alien costume. Yeah. But if Batman has some prep time, Batman will win. Give him 3 weeks.
Give him 3 weeks.
He'll like Rick Sanchez can beat him too. Rick Sanchez probably could beat Batman, Spider-Man, all of them.
Yeah.
He'll probably like, well, look, I cloned 300,000 Spider-Men, so fight them for me, whatever. He'll just walk away. Okay, we way off. All right,
we are in uncharted waters.
Matt Reeves, I'm pretty sure he's going to direct it again. Do you see a pre-threequel with him? Do you think he's going to do 3 movies? Do you see that in his future?
I think.
I'm saying, as to say, they saw what he made and they giving him a sequel. They're like, look, we want you to be the visionary behind these. Or you think they're going to flip the script and give us another Batman? I guess that's what I'm getting at.
Oh, I think they're gonna give him after the success of the first one, they're going to give them a trilogy. Because that's kind of like the industry standard at this point. Like, if something's a good idea, we'll give you... Well, at this point, it's 4 movies, because we'll give you 2 regular movies, and then the finale's in 2 parts. Like, which I don't want to see. Like,
I don't want to see it either.
That might be too much.
They're doing a Mission Impossible right now.
I love Mission Impossible.
I do too. But the next one is a 2-parter.
Is it really?
What's the other thing that's 2-parter? Oh, Spider-Verse is a 2-parter.
Yeah.
What are y'all doing?
We're back to Spider-Man.
I'm gonna die someday. I want to live to see these fucking movies, man. Shit, if I make it to my 80s, stop making comic book movies. I just stop.
I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah, I don't. Oh man, that's what shit's been keeping people alive. You're like, hold on, what?
Yeah, I think for sure he's
I'm
getting
gonna
3
stay
movies.
alive until we get the next one. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Me too. I'm hyped about it. Yeah. So get the Batman saga. Speaking of sagas, I've been wanting to ask you.
Yeah.
I was hoping Mariah would be here for this too. So Lego Star Wars, the complete saga.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spring it on y'all. Did y'all get it? Did you play it?
We have not gotten it yet.
Okay.
Because we've been, like I was talking about,
What
very busy. We got rehearsals all next week.
Yeah.
It's going to be a whole thing. But I've been watching videos. People
so
playing it. It looks so good.
Oh, you haven't before? Like last week when I was talking about it?
I mean, I had seen like smaller clips just on like, TikTok.
So you watched Echo?
I've like watched dedicated YouTube videos. Like, all right, this is my playthrough.
Uh-huh.
And somebody was, he's making a big hissy fit, of like the opening title screen has like almost every like important named character.
Yeah,
even Jar Jar Binks is on the front.
Yeah.
But there are these lovable,
he's important,
dumb droids called gonk droids.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones like
they're
literally just like if you could picture 2 like storage bins.
Yeah.
You picture 2 of them and you
Flip
kind of like
on
clamshell them over.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
got 4 little legs that just kind of like.
Yeah, I remember.
That's a gonk droid, and there's no gonk droid on the opening screen, and everyone is up in arms like, "How dare you disrespect the gonk droids like that?"
What is it? Seriously?
Yeah, people are kind of mad about it, and I was like, my favorite. Like gonk droids are kind of important. Like when at Disneyland, when they made Star Tours,
right.
like a specifically Star Wars thing, the fast track tickets were gonk droids. Like you'd walk up to a gonk droid, press a button, and give you your little fast pass.
Did it move?
No,
I was moving around.
It didn't do anything. It was just the shape of a gonk droid, and that was awesome. That's all I needed.
Like that. But watching the gameplay, like
it looks so good.
Or like you can't wait to play.
Yeah, it's so fun. Like
did you? Oh, go ahead.
They just mix up certain things. Like they're not so like tied to the literal what happened. Like
right.
like Anakin and Obi-Wan are fighting, and then like Obi-Wan goes flying, lands, and then Anakin's down over the lava. He's like, "This is over, Master." And then you see Obi-Wan like tilt to the side and he goes, "Ah!" And then he climbs up something, and then he's on a ladder, and he's like, "It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!"
On a ladder.
And then like when Anakin like jumps over him, he doesn't like do one big dedicated swing. It's just like, "Ah!" And then like
I love the liberty they take.
It's so cute.
So great. Yes, it is.
It's hilarious. So I'm so ready to play that game.
Do you know how long the gameplay is? I should have looked that up before.
No, I haven't actually looked at that.
Oh, have you seen people play co-op?
Yes.
All right, you watched. Okay. Do they have, like on Twitch or something or?
It's just on YouTube.
Okay. They have like the 2 screens up or anything, or you just know they're playing with someone else?
Yeah, there were 2 voices, 2 like little. They'll have like little squares, like kind of what we have, like squares down in the corners.
Okay. All right. Damn. I want to play that game with some people. I just wanted to play it like when I saw it, and I was like, all right. But I was like, I'll be, I can't just be getting on you about it. I'm busy as well, and I was like, I'll probably be playing when that price drop a little bit. I don't need the price drop.
I mean, it would be pretty easy if we got it on the Switch to just bring the Switch over at some point.
Why y'all on the Switch? Why not the PlayStation?
What?
PlayStation? It's not on PlayStation?
Switch is more portable.
Than the PlayStation?
Yeah, dude. What are you talking about?
I brought my play. I just take out because you got the cords. I'll just bring the box and take it to you.
True, we could do that. We could always do that. We could just come over. We could be on the comfy couch.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that'll work.
On a comfy couch, yeah. But I mean, well, you and Mariah want to, y'all gotta get in there. I gotta watch y'all play. I mean, if y'all do that, man, I'd love to. Like that'd be the what I would watch is y'all play.
Mm-hmm.
I'd play. Y'all playing? Like, as far as like live streaming and stuff like that. But, all right. And we missed Mariah today. Yeah. Just like on Moon Knight, we missed.
Heavy.
We missed Yatzil, but I ain't gonna talk about that. She wasn't in this episode. But as far as Moon Knight episode 5, title is Asylum, like Insane Asylum.
Yeah,
maybe,
definitely.
Maybe this one was heartbreaking. It was it was very interesting. It gave me a sense as far as in the show as well. You can see there was a level of survivor's guilt people had. I had some survivor's guilt when I lost my brother, so it hit me in the feels with that.
Mm-hmm.
And it opened with the words, "This is all your fault." And within, then later on there were some words that it wasn't your fault. And the people that spoke those words, whew, I was fully engaged. And
that was a tough one to go through, man.
Yatzil wasn't in it again. So opening with "This is all your fault," and got Arthur was breaking down some psychological stuff about it was called organizational principle for safety.
What is it? Your mind is switching from sense to nonsense.
Yes.
Back and forth.
And trying to keep you safe.
So here's my thing about that scene. You've got the busted nose.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that's
Steven's busted nose?
Yeah, but I don't think so. Here's my thing.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think that was Steven or Mark. Because, like, Mark has an American accent, like a general. He's an American guy.
Yes.
Steven is British.
Yes.
And when he says, "I'm your doctor, I'm trying to help," he gives him a look and he says, "You're my doctor? You're not my doctor." It's a specifically like Brooklyn,
got him up on the screen
New York kind of accent. And then we know that he's the most hyper-violent out of all of them.
Right.
And he does not hesitate. He grabs that like glass pyramid. He's like, "No, that's all right. I'm gonna be fine." Yeah. I think maybe Jake Lockley doesn't like to like show himself very often.
Jake Lockley is
the third personality.
Yeah, from the comic books. It hasn't been mentioned in the show yet. So those of you may not know.
Yeah, so Jake Lockley, third personality, is typically like a cabbie driver. He gets like information. But it seems through the show that he's the most violent and he kind of enjoys it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like to make appearances in front of people, it would seem, because we haven't seen him yet.
Yeah.
So the first two lines he has is, "You're not a doctor, you're not a doctor." And he specifically leaves that last vowel open. I mean, giving him that accent, cabbie driver.
I didn't peep that.
Cabbie driver type accent, and then he stands up and he goes, "No, actually, I'm feeling way better. I'm just great. I'm just gonna go over here." And like, I think he tried to cover up his accent
to sound like Steven.
Yeah, like, "Oh no, just kidding. I'm Mark. Like, this isn't a different personality.
Mark,
I'm just Mark."
Yeah, I noticed. And you can kind of see it here, but I don't know. I'm an eye guy. I don't know if you noticed
face
his
is
pupils. Man. Yeah, his eyes and pupils
they were
a little darker and maybe bigger, but I know they were darker. And I was like, what the? How did? I'm thinking to myself, how did Oscar Isaac make himself look like this? I was like, he don't look like either of the other two, but it didn't like touch my mental like that. I was like, oh, well, all right, I guess it's a Mark or whatever. But like, why he look so dark? Like his pupils are black.
Yeah.
Black. I don't know if y'all go back and watch it. Like
it could be like a lighting thing, but like.
But it's different from. It is different.
It is different. He's got a different like facial kind of like resting face.
Yeah.
And I remember we were watching
That's interesting. I ain't peeped the accent though. So y'all got that. You and Mariah got the accents.
Instantly, he goes, "You're not my doctor," and I was like, "Did you just say
doctor?"
What? I was like, Mark would have said doctor. Like he's stressed out and everything, but he's gonna hit the R.
Yeah.
And just all of it. And I remember I had the thought. I wasn't sure, so I didn't like say anything. And then later on, me and Mariah were like watching some videos and like listening to another podcast, and they were like, "I think Jake Lockley just made an appearance." And I'm like, "That's exactly what I was thinking." Exactly.
You didn't say nothing to her?
No. And it was one of those like. She knew I wasn't lying because of how strong my reaction was.
Yeah.
I think you saw Jake Lockley. Yes! I was thinking the same thing.
Yes. Man, I was gonna say, damn it. Oh, yeah, I said something that made me think about something else. Forget about it. But if it is Jake, I mean, jumping all the way to the end, but if it is Jake, I wonder if he helped balance the scales when we lost Steven.
Could be.
Maybe Steven had to go, or maybe, well, never mind. Nah. Because I was going to say maybe that was Jake that got tossed over. He was still acting like Steven, but that's definitely Steven.
I did have the same kind of thought, like, okay, if that was Jake, and we're
then we never even got to see him and shit. So
yeah,
like,
if we do have this third personality, like, what does he have to do with the scales being balanced? How does that all
right
shake out? But I think if they're setting up what I think they are, and so far I've been like pretty much wrong every time, but like it does story wise make a lot of sense. Like if you get rid of Steven, now you can still have the same 2-on-2 energy if you're gonna bring Jake in.
Yeah.
So you don't have to like. Because I do get it, like, filmmaking standpoint, like, script writing, that would be really tough to have Steven, Mark, and Jake all, like, having to interact together, and, like, Oscar Isaac just gonna, like, his head's gonna explode.
What's it called? Did they do that for, what is Professor X's son's name? Legion.
Oh, yeah, Legion.
Didn't they do it for Legion? Doesn't he have, like, several personalities on that show?
Yes, he does.
But, I mean, I know this is something different. I don't know if they're doing anything beyond this.
But I think the problem is in Legion, the point is like the whole plot is based around him having multiple personalities, and they're all so telekinetically strong.
Oh, okay.
So like, that is the conflict of it's all of them against each other. Whereas there's the whole conflict with Ahmet and Arthur Harrow and all that stuff. So like having 3 people trying to like jibber jabber between each other while still like getting plot stuff done would be really just taxing and like be hard to get it right. So I think you get rid of Steven, now Jake Lockley can kind of step in and we can have some conversations between them two.
That's crazy that if that happens, then it's like Mark takes Steven's seat to Jake's Markness. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he's more the aggressor or something like that, and now Mark like, yeah, because maybe he learned some stuff from Steven.
And there were some interesting theories going around about what Jake has been doing. Like, okay, like somebody has to be getting Steven to work. Somebody has to like, because like there's times where he's snapped out of it and he's on his way, like he's on the bus going to work. That's not Mark. So it has to be Jake. So is Jake.
Because they didn't show us.
And then like, did he ask out that girl to help Steven? To be like, hey man, look, Steven, you don't know what's going on. I'm gonna ask this girl out for you. I'm gonna ask her on a date to help you out. Or was it a sick joke because Jake Lockley's like that? Is it like this guy's he's vegan? I'm gonna ask this girl out. We're gonna go to a steak restaurant and I'm gonna see what poor little Steven does.
Could Steven? You saying like could Steven have made up Jake?
I don't. I think they all stem from Mark.
Okay,
but
that'd be even deeper level. Sheesh.
But yeah, I think it all stems from Mark. But yeah, I'm very. They were wondering like, is Jake trying to screw with Steven or is he like helping Steven?
Like, I can't wait to watch it again.
Antagonistic.
So I can look for all that again. Because now I want to look for that accent throughout, and the darkness in the eyes and stuff like that.
I kind of looked at some other clips. And there's never been like a Brooklyn slip.
Oh, throughout the other episodes and stuff?
Yeah, I was looking at some scenes that I was like, he could have popped up here, and I kind of watched the scene. I was like, nah, there's nothing.
God, we ain't at the end of it yet, but like, there's leaves so many questions for how they're gonna wrap this thing up. Is it gonna be a 2-hour episode? Like every fucking
episode?
No, I said, is it gonna be one?
Oh God, I hope
but like
so.
every episode, I've kept saying they pack so much into it without overstuffing it or making the scene run. They do such a fucking good job of like the pacing and everything and like information they give you and stuff.
And to be clear, I am praying for a scene where we get Stephen, Mark, and Jake all talking together at once.
Oh yeah,
I just know from like
I thought it was going to happen in this
from a
episode, like something
filmmaker
like
standpoint that shit's going to be difficult. But like,
Yeah.
I would love to see the
Because-
three of them arguing.
I thought we was getting it because last episode with the
Yeah,
red
with the shaking
tube, and then I
sarcophagus.
thought,
And everything. Yeah, I was ready. Instead, we got just
more tower
emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, just trauma after trauma. And there was one thing I noticed that was it jumped out to me more. A friend of mine was doing, so Mark is Jewish in
Right.
this
Yeah.
canon. And so the kippah, the thing they wear on their head,
Right.
it is, so I did a like Hanukkah performance with a friend of mine, and so I learned a lot about the Jewish faith and things like that.
Right.
And that is not supposed to touch the floor.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
And like there's a whole thing you're supposed to do if it does. Like you have to like kiss it and put it back and like say a thing. And so it was like he like took it off and threw it on the ground, and I was like, oh no! And I was like, what? I'm like, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Like especially like if it randomly falls off, like that's whatever. Like shit happens. But like if you intentionally like crumple it and throw it on the floor, that's a whole.
Yeah,
that's
a
whole
direct disrespect to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of that, well, yeah, it's jumping around too. I'm not trying to go like in chronological order this time, but him at his mom, like at the Shiva. That's when she said, it was it's all your fault, or this is all your fault. Yeah. So before we get to there though, the hippo or the Tawarat, that has them in the afterlife and on the boat, and Mark said the words "kill the hippo, steal the boat" were uttered.
Yep.
Kill the hippo, steal the boat.
Yep, they're just hanging over this. So I'm thinking.
He plotting in the afterlife.
No, you can't do that. What's wrong?
So then they go to as they're on the boat, they gotta balance the scales and stuff like that, and they're going in back into the asylum and going through rooms, and they get in that one room where everybody he's killed is in there. I didn't see or hear mention of Layla's dad being in that room, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Even in the flashback of when they were on the scene, well, we saw Layla's dad laying there, but
yeah, because I think most of those people, the way he referred to them in the room, and then later in the episode, it seemed like those were people he's killed as Moon Knight.
for Conchu.
Yeah.
And then the young boy was in there. And he's like, "Why is a little boy in there? He's like, in a room full of people you killed."
Right.
He follows him down there, and you end up finding out it's his little brother,
It's the baby
Roro.
brother, man. That hurts so bad.
Yeah, we see how they died. How his little brother died because he went to a cave. It was raining and wasn't supposed to be in there. His mom blames him, and she going through her shit. So I guess this episode, during this episode, you're finding out Steven's origin story, and it seems Mark's trying to prevent him from learning it or learning the truth. And I'm like, why would you want to?
Well,
I don't know what's going on in his mind, but
the whole thing is he created Steven to like protect himself from like just keep it at arm's length.
Yeah,
and like
he did not want no parts of that.
We have seen
none of it.
We have seen Mark be so composed in such stressful situations.
Yes.
And to be like hammering on his own face and like freaking out, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna go back in there. I can't see that again. Like that tells you everything you need to know. Like that messed him up.
He was like, just the one scene we looked in the window. He like, what was that? I don't remember that. He like, no, just stand on the streets all the time.
I always stand on streets.
That man did not want no parts of that.
No. And I don't blame him, man. That's some heavy stuff. Like being, like Steven said, I totally agree with him. You're a kid.
Yes.
How would you have known any better? Like you were a child.
I mean, I never really, thankfully, didn't have to go through any of that. Like as far as my brother passing, but I did feel the like I said, survivor's guilt type of thing. And I don't know if he did as a young man, if he felt that. I don't know if that's what parents go through. I've never had children, never lost children, and my heart to those who have. But parents, I know that parents don't want to outlive their kids and stuff like that. Yeah. And to have her, and like you said, he's a kid and like going through that, and then he don't know what his mom going through. He just know like, oh, now my mom hates me. He lost his brother too. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So
like dad's trying. Dad's actively
Yeah, Pop
making
was
an
really.
effort.
Yeah, he was trying, man. But I guess his connection with his mom, like, it wasn't like fully shown in that, but like his connection with his mom, I'm sure it means your mom.
Yeah.
And she's banging on the door to get him and stuff. When you first see him turn Steven on, and he realizes from the poster from the show that they watching, I was like, "Oh my gosh, man!" To see the young boy through the eyes that like we see Mark do and turning and Steven do. Yeah, like, all right, he's went into his own little world. I was like, oh my goodness, I've seen movies like this, man. I saw Precious.
Oh yeah.
So, but like, just trying to escape that. But then, well, you know, at some point, Mark couldn't save him anymore. He saw his mom at the funeral and saw that he was who he was. The other big moment for me was when he's talking to Dr. What's his name? Harrow. I guess it was Arthur, but Dr. Harrow. He was like, he told him his mom, he like, you know, we mom is dead or whatever, and he's like, she's not dead, what you talking about? And then he's like, oh, let's give her a call. That scene, I was like, no, don't call her.
Answer the phone. Hey, she's on the phone. And he's like,
oh my goodness.
No.
That took me back to the first episode, you know, when y'all was like, yeah, his mom not, and it didn't even hit me that he was probably talking to a recorder back when we first talking about the first episode. I was just like taking it in.
That was another one of those things I read with Jake Lockley, is that he gets, in the first episode, he gets postcards from his mom. And you can see those exact same postcards as he's walking out of the museum. Like there's a little like rack
shit,
of the exact same postcards.
That's crazy.
So like,
see, I didn't peep that either.
Yeah, and like how much is Jake Lockley stringing people along?
Like, you think he fucking with him, or he's just trying?
We don't know yet.
Maybe he's keeping him safe too.
Could be.
I don't know. Because maybe Jake showed up when they on the boat. Remember when he's like beating the crap out of that thing with a bat? But I guess if it's in your head, then it wouldn't be like
it would have to,
it wouldn't operate the same way.
Manifest.
Right.
But I loved I love the physical acting that Oscar Isaac's doing, because like when he was fighting as
most definitely
as Mark, so controlled, so like
of course
definite,
you peeped that,
sound people throwing him around, and then he's over here Steven like yeah
I prefer cricket.
Yeah,
I like that.
So good, just so like. He makes him so awkward, and somebody was pointing out at the end of not the end of episode 5, but the end of episode 4, when they first meet Towerrat. Mark just steps back and is screaming, but you can kind of see Steven like scream, and he's also like waving back. He's like, ah! Like he's so like he can't help but wave back. Because this very nice hippo lady waved to him.
You prep
first.
for these roles, man. Like you gotta just prep for 2 people, huh?
So good. Oh man, yeah. I can't even imagine
people.
the mind fuck.
It'd be like, all right, look, let's get rid of Steve, and then we'll bring Jake out, because
I gotta be in a very different place with those 2 guys.
I'm tearing myself apart here. What's his fight style gonna be? Shit.
Just probably a little more Batman-esque.
Yeah.
Just barrel through and take people down.
New York accent. We got to see not Khonshu's origin story, but we got to see their Moon Knight origin.
Yeah.
I was wondering I was wondering one thing, but let me ask you this, because I couldn't quite hear it. I put the captions on. It was different from what I was hearing. He said, protect the travelers. I want you to be my, not guardian, my soldier or whatever, to protect the travelers of, did he say travelers of the light or night?
Night.
Because I saw night on the screen, but I heard him saying light. He didn't say light at all. It was night.
Nah, he was saying travelers of the night.
All right, travelers of the night. All right, all right. So when he said, all right, he's about to kill himself. He's like such a waste, and all that. Do you think? Because Steven was saying he manipulated you and stuff like that. Do you think it was a sort of a manipulation? I mean,
oh yeah. I mean, like
he's just taking advantage of a guy in a situation.
Yeah, if you're trying to get anything, if you're trying to get somebody to do something for you,
why?
Wait till they're at their lowest. We don't know what Khonshu's powers are necessarily when he doesn't have an avatar.
Right.
We don't know what limits he has, but like he was near the tomb. Could have said something earlier. Could have intervened. I don't know. Could he have intervened? I don't know. But like, yeah, he waited till Mark was at his like lowest point, and then
offered him.
If someone horrible, like you're drowning, someone horrible tosses you a little like flotation device, like, well, shit, I guess I have to take it, right? Like it's,
Yeah.
either Adolf Hitler saved my life or I drown. Like I'm gonna grab that. Like it's
That's
it's an unwinnable scenario.
But you don't think Mark wanted it at all?
I think Mark says it in this episode. It let him just keep doing what he was already doing, just under. Now he had like a moral umbrella to like hide under.
Oh, okay. All right.
He was at least morally justified for killing these people. Now it wasn't just random people he was paid to kill.
Gotcha. I wonder why he was about to. Why he put the gun in his mouth in the first place too.
Oh, he was dying. He was so done.
That's it.
Well,
like damn.
It just depends on how you want to go. You could sit there. So like,
because we know the story about him, like Layla. What the story told Layla about the dad and everything, how he got there and all, and his buddy, I guess, turned on him and shot him.
Yeah,
too,
he feels betrayed. He feels guilty.
Hmm.
I mean, just if you want to speak just physically, he's probably in a lot of pain. Like he's eventually he's gonna bleed out and he's just gonna like fall asleep.
Right.
But like he's gonna be in a lot of pain the whole time. Not to mention you're in the Middle East, which is a desert.
Oh yeah.
So
it's
probably dropping
out of
to
there.
like 20 degrees.
So make it quicker, kill yourself.
Yeah, so like you're bleeding out, that's gonna make you cold. Not to mention it's cold outside, so you're gonna be freezing. Just would you want to like die slowly and be uncomfortable, or just you're done?
All right, just wanted to help me make sense of it. Okay, sounds about right. I feel you. Well, after they show us the flashback, and then the whole phone thing, and Steven realizes where he came from, and that he did what was made up from Mark's mind. They get back on the boat, and you see all these souls spiraling down into the underworld.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
like, what's going on? Arthur up there fucking shit up with Amit. She's like, the souls, Towerette was like, the souls are being judged before their time and stuff like that. He's up there just throwing souls around. What the fuck is going on up top or whatever? You know what I mean?
I'm eager to see.
Where's Layla at? Like, is she gonna be? Cause I remember he said,
"Get out of here." She dipped
up there,
and then he got shot.
He's like, any way to get word to Layla to, tell her to free Khonshu.
Yeah.
Wow, how is this fucking episode gonna open up? The next one gonna open up, man. Damn.
I had no idea we had this beautiful Spanish sonnet happening. As he's in the field of reeds.
Yes, the old field of reeds.
Yeah, and he's just sitting there, and there's just Spanish music in the background. He's just like, I can't be here. I got shit to do. Like, what are we doing, man?
Is he stuck now? Or
I don't know.
I guess if Khonshu... Because Khonshu resurrect mugs?
Yeah, Khonshu can resurrect people, I think.
All right.
But
yeah, because he getting shot and stabbed all through. I guess it could help him. But damn, man. What I'm trying to figure out what the battle's gonna be like. Is Arthur still alive or needed by Amit? Had Amit judged him, moved him on, and that was just her, and she out there wrecking shit. Does she still need him to be his the avatar?
Mm-hmm.
And she's working through him, and then Moon Knight's gonna have to come. There's a lot of questions here too. That needs some answering.
If I'm thinking like classic superhero type stuff, I think we're going to get a scene where
Moon Knight versus Arthur.
Who's your favorite girl?
Forget her name. Yatzil.
Yeah, I think Yatzil's gonna find Layla, bring her in.
Hathor, I guess
she's gonna crack open Khonshu, set him free.
Yes.
Mark in the field of reeds is gonna get his powers back. He's going to zip on over, grab Steven, bring him out. They're going to go to those doors. Thank Towerette on their way out. Go through the doors, pop back out and be like, all right, now it's game time. And then they're going to fight Arthur Harrow.
Arthur and Mark versus... Arthur versus Mark?
Yeah.
Amit versus Khonshu?
Yeah, I think it's going to be... Like, if I get everything I want, that'll be a fun way to start it.
Yes. Well, what about Layla? Where's Layla going to be at?
That's what I'm saying. What's her face is gonna grab her, bring her to the place. She's gonna crack open.
Okay, I got you.
And then probably bring her back to the fight.
So Yatzil would get Layla.
Yeah.
Or Layla would get, okay.
Because Layla has to get to that place, and as far as we know, only certain people can find their way in there.
And then side kicked that one dude that was in there that put him up on the shelf.
Yes, please.
That bastard. Yeah, so now, yeah, so that happened. The whole, we see him being judged and stuff like that. So you know shit's going down and can't wait to get back up there and help it. Steven, who was it? Oh, Mark tells Steven it wasn't your fault. Just wanted to circle back around to that. So he tells him, when he tells him it wasn't your fault, I was like, it's not the moment of mine. So then they get back up in the boat and they see the scales are still tipping. And Towerette says, you know, yeah, so I guess it's goodbye because you got to get off my boat because by the time the trip is over, if the scales haven't been balanced, then you got to get off the boat and you stay forever in Duat in the afterlife.
Yeah. Duat.
So so these afterlife demons, was it the same people that he killed?
Yeah.
Oh, so
yeah, that's their.
They kind of clopping on the
boat. It
boat.
was their bodies, their same exact, like, I don't know, maybe the sand is playing tricks, but like, yeah,
it's
the same faces.
People, yeah. So now they fighting these people off and stuff like that, and then finally Steven steps up, and he ain't just sticking to the maps. He's actually getting the bat and fighting people back.
Gets dragged down, man,
which is dope, and he gets knocked overboard. But see, he gets knocked overboard, and then the scales are even once he freezes up, or you know, it's like Lot's wife turns into salt and sand, and then does he disappear?
No.
It just turns into sand.
Yeah, he just gets stuck there.
Yeah. And then, like you said, Mark flashed into the field of reeds.
Yeah, it was like boom, and like, oh, did he get through the doors? What's happening? Oh, he's in the field of reeds. Crap.
Yeah, just like that.
Gotta get out of there,
scales are balanced. They showed him turn the sand, and then they showed the scales, right?
Yeah.
And then they did that. Damn. So now a bunch of questions that we need to answer. Is Steven going to return? That's something I want to know too.
I hope so.
Or you think they're done with him? Does the third personality appear? And if he does, or if he doesn't, or if he does, why? What makes him appear? Has he already appeared? I think we might ask the question. Has he already appeared? Which, you know, with Joe's testimony of the accent, I believe he already appeared.
You, man, it was so distinct.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it as soon as we done it too. Doctor. Who's gonna battle Arthur and Amit? Is Layla gonna survive? What is Layla up to right now when she dipped out?
Trying to get out of that freaking tomb, man. Hope she doesn't run into any of those undead mummies.
Oh my god.
So
that
creepy.
episode. Shit.
He's fucking doing surgery on that guy on the table.
Yes.
So
doing surgery? I was like, he mummifying me? Like, now you doing some surgery on it.
Man.
And the most important question I have, what's Yatzil going to do next episode? If you don't know who Yatzil is, she showed up in episode 4 first, I think. Episode 4 or episode 3?
3.
And she was in episode 4. No, she wasn't in episode 4. She was in opening credits episode 4. But she's episode 3. She is, the avatar of Hathor, who is the god of music and love.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the most important question. You gotta get that answer.
Hoping she joins the fight.
So, yeah, just a little bit. Give a little layup to Lila, Layla. Yes, I already have a coworker named Lila. I have a coworker named Lila and Layla.
Oh God, that's too much.
Yeah,
that's too many. Can't do that.
Okay. So, yeah, we need those questions answered and more. And next week we'll find out. Hopefully we'll be joined by Mariah as well.
Yes, I can't believe tomorrow's gonna be Monday, so we only have like a day and a quarter.
Yeah.
Day and 3/4 till like we get answers, and I'm like so excited.
Yeah, it comes out Wednesday
night, so like Tuesday at midnight.
Is that when you watch?
We typically have just been watching it on Wednesdays.
Okay.
Because we've been having like
Tuesday
rehearsals
midnight.
and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
But for this one, maybe.
Shit.
We might just get home from rehearsal, down some coffee.
Shit, I might have to hit y'all. I'm like, yo, can I come watch it with y'all? I don't know if you is that unless it's a thing that y'all just watch it with y'all. Let me see. I like the schedule. Yeah, that'd be dope. Watch it with y'all.
Yeah, if you're free, I'll
then we can
talk
talk
about it.
Yeah, actually, I'm off. I gotta get an oil change. That's it. Oh, all right. That's personal business. So,
you know oil change?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I gotta get oil change.
That's good. It's good. It's good staying on top of that.
Yeah, that car is old. I'm like, all right, more personal business. So, until next week, after Moon Knight and other topics, of course. We started this podcast with Moon Knight, and it seems like we gonna move on till Moon Knight ends, but the podcast will keep going. I liked how it lined up that way. Moon Knight 1 was episode 1 of a podcast. It's episode 5. We're talking about Moon Knight 5.
We're fighting so hard to get it in,
Yes.
to get it started. And then it was like, felt so bad. Nate was like, hey, man, look, I think we're just going to have to talk about Batman a little bit. Because it's too late to do like a full review of it because it came out like fucking 3 weeks ago. And I'm like, you're right. I'll just keep talking about Batman every chance I get.
Yeah. The sequel coming out. So Batman, right?
So anyway, the first movie.
Yeah. So till next week, where can the people find you in these internet
I'm
streets?
On Instagram at Joseph Ray Santos.
Soon to be on Twitch at okay. Oh, you ain't gotta be. I mean, actually, live streaming probably better on YouTube. I don't know. People have been saying stuff about Twitch. Twitch gotta get your stuff right, man. And of course, you can find me at Lyles Mate on the Instagrams and YouTubes and Facebooks. Some I don't even know Facebook no more. Yes. We'll be doing. And if you're watching this here on YouTube.com/LylesNate, you can also find trivia. Have you gotten on comic book movie trivia? The This Royal Oil podcast, of course. And please subscribe to help the channel grow. It'll help support the channel. We're trying to, do more, bigger, and better, and give you more quality here and stuff like that. You know what I mean? We got the blue microphones to start.
We're getting there.
And and support our arts at patreon.com/LylesNate. Lyles Nate, sorry. And thank y'all for being here. Until next time. Stay loyal, stay royal. Peace out.